We asked a survey of many people and what their favorite television channel is, and the results are on the screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a pie chart, and we're going to make a bar graph, and we'll talk more about other things as well. So the first thing is, in making the bar graph, or in the pie graph, we are going to have, obviously, a perfect circle. This probably isn't a perfect circle, but you're never going to be asked by me to draw a perfect circle. So I'm going to divide this. 40% goes to ESPN. We'll put the 10% other down here. And then we have 30%, which was HBO, and 20% is CNN. And the thing about a pie chart is that you have to have 100% of your data in order to do this pie chart. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a bar graph. So this would have been, we need to title this pie graph of favorite TV channels. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to just put the percentages in, because it's so hard to look at a pie graph and see what the percentages are. It's not a bad idea to do that. So let's do, on the next page, bar graph. So in the bar graph, we're going to do TV channels down here, and percent over here. And since there's nothing lower than 10, I'm going to put 10% here, then 20%, then let me give myself a little bit more space here. 20%, 30%, and it's better, and normally you'll get graph paper to do this. And if I do this, then ESPN will look like this. Mark it down, ESPN. CNN is 20%, so maybe I do this, maybe you color it in. And so you got 30% for HBO and 10% for other. Now, based on this picture, this isn't a very good graph because it makes it look like nobody watches anything except for ESPN, CNN, and HBO, because the other one is right on the x-axis. So this is what we call an unfair representation, because it's not necessarily fair to the ones that are not the highest. So if I were to do this again, and we got 10, 20, 30, and 40, ESPN is at 40, CNN was at 20, always label our axes. This was it. ESPN, CNN, it may have been a little bit high, and finally HBO and other. Now, also, if you notice in these bar graphs that there's separation between them, we always want separation between them. You'll find out what we use when there isn't separation in a couple lessons from now. Okay, one more problem that we're going to do on this section is, let's say we asked a survey of percentage of simply, do you like Adam Sandler movies? And people in between the ages of 10 and 20, 50% of them like it. Between 20 and 30, 15% of them like it. 30 and 40, only 10% of them like it. And 40 plus, only 5% of people like Adam Sandler movies. The question is, why do these percentages not add up to 100%? Because we're only at 80% here if we total them up, but there's really no point in adding them up, because basically we're saying, okay, if I asked 100 teenagers, do you like Adam Sandler movies, 50 of them would say yes, or half of them would say yes. If I asked 100 20 to 30-year-olds, do you like Adam Sandler movies, about 15 of them would say yes. So these are 4 different populations, and so we're not just comparing different populations along the way. So, but we can still make a bar graph, so 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 plus, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% who like Adam Sandler movies. And so, in case you're wondering, this data was all fabricated. I don't know how many people like Adam Sandler movies, but we know that as you get older, based on this diagram, the less you're probably going to like Adam Sandler movies. And that will be all for this particular video.